2-1 the count. Fouled off once again. Down low. Full count for Grabowski. This one she fouls down the other line, down the third base line this time. Fans, thanks for joining us here at the USD Softball Complex. Toreros taking on the Harvard Crimson. Been working through a few technical difficulties. Toreros are 19-14 on the year, taking on Harvard, who is 7-11 on an extended trip through California. This is where they're wrapping it up. We're in the bottom of the second. Paige Von Sprecken has retired all 6 Harvard batters she has faced. USD led off with a single by Olivia Sandusky for their lone hit of the game. And here we are with Grabowski, the leadoff hitter of the second inning. Full count here. And she fouls it off again. A great at-bat for Grabowski.
Grabowski with that open stance. Trying to stay away from her, but she just keeps fouling off every pitch.
And she earns the walk. It's a good way to start the inning. Second inning in a row, the Toreros have got their leadoff runner on. And here, Coach McIlvain is going to bring in a pinch runner for Grabowski. It's going to be number 12, the freshman Frankie Perales, who is limited to pinch running duty. Usual starter at second base.
Your attention, please. Pinch running at first base for San Diego. Number 12, Frankie Perales. Looks at the batter, number 6, Caitlin Rooney.
We'll bring up Caitlin Rooney, the senior first baseman. Off to a slow start here in her senior campaign. We'll show the bunt. This pitch misses away. Rooney had a slow start last year as well, but really heated up in WCC play and ended up getting first team all-league honors. She's always been great with the glove, even if the bat always hasn't been there. Here trying to advance Perales. Lays down the bunt. It's hard to first. Had a chance to go to second, but will make the safe play and get the runner at first. Perales advances.
Great job to get that pitch on the ground to advance the runner to second base. Toreros have a runner in scoring position.
And that will bring up Tatum Schultz in her second straight game playing second base. She's been primarily a left fielder this season. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Last year she played some third as well. What a weapon for Coach McIlvain to be able to bounce her all around the field. And here she has a runner in scoring position, and the pinch runner, Frankie Perales. And she's hit by a pitch, and that's kind of been her specialty. Now with 2 runners on for the pitcher, freshman Paige Von Sprecken. Last night she struck out all 3 of her at-bats in game 2. But she is certainly someone that has some pop in her bat.
I can see a nice line drive out into right field right now.
Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Thanks for joining us here at the USD Softball Complex. I'm Ben Pearson, joined by Nikki Geist, former Torero shortstop. Von Sprecken pops out to second base. 2 outs.
Right direction, just need to get that ball on the ground to advance the runner.
I'll bring up the junior shortstop, Danielle Mavridis. See if he can come up with a clutch 2-out RBI hit.
Batter number 4, Danielle Mavridis.
Second pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 the count. Low, ball 2.
Maverick is doing a great job. You want to make her throw a lot of pitches here. Wait for her to make just that little mistake that allows her to drive the ball into the outfield. Ooh.
A second hit batter of the inning, right in the side. Will load the bases for the leadoff hitter, Sandusky. Mavridis is going to stay in the game, just tough it out.
It's a great opportunity for Sandusky to do what she does best. Hopefully driving a couple runs for the Toreros.
Harvard coach Jenny Allard out to talk to her pitcher, Laura Ricciardone. Allard in her 21st season, longest tenured coach in the Ivy League. And now she'll bring in her infield. Speed on the bases for the Toreros. Ball in the gap could mean 3 RBI. Prowlis on third, Tatum Schultz on second, Danielle Mavridis, who was just hit, is on first. All 3 runners got on with errors by the pitcher, a walk, and 2 hit batters, so still not a hit for the Toreros in this inning. Sandusky takes the first pitch for a ball.
Sandusky, a very aggressive hitter, but is patient in this at bat. Trying to make the pitcher work here.
That's up high. This game snaps Torero's streak of 4 straight games by scoring in the first inning. I hear they have a chance to do some damage in the second. Ricciardone has been wild in this inning, as I said, with a walk and 2 hit batters. That one's also up high, 3-0, and I'd be shocked if Sandusky's swinging on this one. Morgan Kurtz on deck. Right down the middle, 3-1.
Sandusky in control here. Still looking for her pitch. She's got to bring it 2 more times.
Line right to the pitcher, who will underhand at the first, and they're able to get out of the jam. 3 left on. No hits. And we'll go to the top of the third.
Toyota, Verizon Wireless, and MRC. The Toreros, thank you for your support.
We have no graphics, but we have video feed and they can hear us. And welcome back to the top of the third inning. 0-0 score here. Toreros just stranded with the stranded 3 runners with the bases loaded. Let's quickly set the starting lineup for the Harvard Crimson. Leading off is Maddie Kaplan, batting second, and second base is Gianna Ponarello. In the 3 spot, Catherine Calloway. In the cleanup, Jillian Leslie playing third base. And fifth, the San Diego native Emily Gussie, senior shortstop. Batting 6 is Haley Davis in right field. In the 7th spot, Lindsay Hadberg. Von Sprecken's first pitch is up high for ball 1. In the 8th spot, Adrian Hume at first. And batting 9th is Zoe Galindo in center field. We are in the top of the third. All 6 batters have been retired by Von Sprecken thus far. Foul down the line, or is fair. Chloe Kaneko makes a nice throw across her body, and then Rooney able to snag the throw right before the runner was going to run into her arm.
Letter 9, Adrian Hume.
Setting the defense for the Toreros in the outfield from left to right, Morgan Kurtz, Olivia Sandusky, and Kaylee Hill. In the infield at third base, we have Chloe Kaneko. At short, Danielle Mavridis. Second base, Tatum Schultz getting her second straight start there. Caitlin Rooney, the all-time leader in fielding percentage in USD history, is at first. Mary Grabowski behind the plate, and the freshman Paige Von Sprecken on the line. In the circle. She's retired all 7 batters thus far. The batter for Harvard now is Adrian Hume, the senior first baseman. 1-1 count. Another beautiful day in San Diego for our first ever stream at the USD softball complex. Got off to a bit of a rough start. That one's going to be trouble. Mavridis makes a nice play.
Great communication right there between Mavridis and her left fielder.
Letter 3,
It's a tough play.
Zoe Galindo.
And Nikki, you were a shortstop on that play like that. Obviously, the left fielder can call you off. But as a shortstop, are you just sprinting out there until you hear someone?
Absolutely. That's exactly what you do. You see the ball in the air, you sprint your hardest, thinking that's your ball until your left fielder calls you off.
Center fielder Zoe Galindo up now. First pitch is up high. Ball 1.
I'd like to see Von Sprecken start out these batters with a strike. Get ahead of them right away.
Unfortunately, it's been a common theme early on in this game. She's been able to battle back and do some pop-ups. Still without a strikeout, though. One and 1 the count. That one's fouled back, 1-2. Toreros are on a mini 4-game win streak. It's the longest of the season and brought them to a season high 5 games over 500 at 19-14. After the games today, they'll just have 2 more before they start conference play. Play doubleheader at Santa Barbara next week. And then we'll begin WCC play, the 15-game schedule. Nice play by Kaneko there. Makes the throw across the diamond and retires Harvard in order once again. That's the end of the top of the third. We'll have the bottom of the third when we come back. You're watching USD Softball on the W.TV.
We give back as much as we receive to our teammates, our coaches, to our fans, and to our sports, to our teachers, our schools, and our communities. Giving back, it isn't just something we do, it's who we are.
Kaylee Hill up. 1-2 is the count. Well, that one she takes looking, and she's retired. Second strikeout for Hill. So 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third, to bring up senior third baseman Chloe Kaneko.
No, bat number 8. Chloe.
She grounded out to the first baseman, and her first at-bat. There's one hit for the Toreros thus far. The leadoff single by Sandusky as Kaneko takes a strike on the first pitch. Fans, today's broadcast is brought to you by proud USD sponsors, Aladdin Bail Bonds, MRC Smart Document Solutions, a Xerox company, and San Diego County Toyota dealers, as Kaneko hits a line drive to center. And Zoe Galindo makes a nice diving play to retire the Toreros in order. We're ahead to the top of the fourth. You're watching USD Softball on the W.TV.
The Athletics Department would like to thank the following sponsors for the support of Toro Athletics: Geico, Sharp Business System, and Aladdin. The Toros, thank you for your support.
And welcome back to the USD Softball Complex. We're here in the top of the fourth. Score still knotted at 0. Back to the top of the lineup for the Crimson and Maddie Kaplan. She grounded out to Danielle Mavridis at short in her first at-bat.
Leading up for Harvard, number 5, Maddie Kaplan.
She's one of 3 regulars for Crimson that are hitting above 300. And we get that first pitch strike you were talking about, Nikki.
Absolutely. It's going to continue to be important. The Toreros have had a lot more runners on base, but Harvard is in this game, and it's just a matter of pushing that one run across. It's going to be important for her to stay ahead of the hitters.
And there they get their first hit. Single to left. And absolutely, the Toreros have left 4 runners on base already. Harvard 0, although they haven't had any runners. That's kind of been the Toreros' MO this season, though, playing a lot of close games. In fact, 15 one-run games already. Fortunately for USD, they've been able to win 9 of those 15. But they like to play with fire. Their margin of error is very slim. We'll see if Harvard tries to move the runner up the sack bunt. Fielded cleanly by Kaneko over the Schultz, who's covering first. So the runner moves up to second.
Just like that, Harvard has a runner in scoring position.
The batter number 2, Catherine Calloway.
And that'll bring up Catherine Calloway, who's hitting .271 on the season. Home run, 6 RBI. She lined out to Olivia Sandusky in center field in her first at-bat. First pitch in there for a strike.
See if Von Sprecken stays in to get a ground ball to the left side to hold that runner at second base.
Well, 1-1 the count. Low and away. Von Sprecken, the freshman from Orange County. Already has 13 wins on the season amongst the nation's leaders. McKenna Bull of BYU actually leads the nation with 17. You got to think Bull and Von Sprecken will be the front runners for WCC Pitcher of the Year. So that one's fouled down the third base line. But Von Sprecken, since day one at USD, has been the Toreros' ace. Coach McElvain over recent years has had a good track record with her recruiting pitching. Last year they had the two senior aces in Cassidy Coleman and Jenny Lahit. That one's right down Broadway, called strike 3. The first for Von Sprecken today.
That's a big out right there for Von Sprecken. Gives the Toreros back a little confidence.
Now we'll bring up Jillian Leslie, third baseman. She grounded out to Tatum Schultz at second base to lead off the second. Way up high. Grabowski had to stand up out of her crouch to snag that one. Outside for ball 2. Reminder fans, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, Toreros will take on Columbia. If you want to watch that stream, you'll have to click out of the window you're on and open the new USD versus Columbia window. Whatever site you're on, either at the W.TV or USDToreros.com. Toreros had a doubleheader with the Lions last night, winning both. Grace Hernandez and Megan Sabatini combined for a 3-hit shutout in Game 1 that won 6-0. And in Game 2, Grace Hernandez got another win as USD won 4-2. Now they won 4 in a row. That one nice snag by Von Sprecken, came right back to her. So Harbor gets their first hit, but no damage done. We're heading to the bottom of the 4, still knotted at 0.
Who's my next appointment with?
It's with President Lyons.
What's it about?
It's about baseball.
Just a reminder, fans, stick around for Game 2 that will start at approximately 2 o'clock here at the USD Softball Complex, featuring the Columbia Lions and your USD Toreros.
Catcher Mary Grabowski will lead off the bottom of the 4th. She led off the second with a walk, got all the way to the 3rd, but was stranded there.
Now batting for San Diego, number 19, Mary Grabowski.
Toreros were retired in order in the bottom of the 3rd. The first time they weren't able to get the leadoff runner on. Grabowski gets a hold of it, but pulls it down the line, way out in front of that one. Harvard pitcher Laura Richardone entered the game with a 3-4 record, 3.35 ERA in 37 innings, and 8 starts. Grabowski grounds that one out. 2 seconds, she will be retired. We'll bring up senior first baseman Caitlin Rooney. 0 for 1 in the game. Or excuse me, 0 for 0. She sacrificed Grabowski over to second with a nice bunt. Takes first pitch outside. Got a hold of that one. Center field is drifting back, but able to get under it just in front of the wall, about 215 feet away. USD softball complex, one of the bigger stadiums in college softball, on top of having fences back deep that have taller fences than most stadiums, which is why USD gets most of their home runs when they're on the road. Tatum Schultz up now. She was hit by a pitch in her first at-bat. No surprise she leads the team in being hit by a pitch, as she did last year as well. That was the 5th time.
Schultz does a good job of going directly at the pitcher. Sometimes you see some left-handed batters start to fade towards the first baseline, but she goes right down the middle.
3-0 count. So we get a runner on for Von Sprecken, who's waiting on deck. Delayed call by home plate ump Jeffrey Samuel. So 3-1 the count. Schultz will pick the bat back up, step into the box. Schultz at second base today. We've seen her mostly in left field this season, a little at third. That one's popped into center. And Galindo barely has to move, and the Toreros are once again retired in order. That's 7 straight for Crimson, the Harvard Crimson. We will head to the top of the 5th. You're watching USD Softball on the W.TV. And welcome back. We've played 4, just 2 combined hits, 1 for each team, as we're knotted at 0 here. Ben Pearson alongside me is Nikki Geist, former Torero shortstop. Nikki, you graduated in 2002, so you only played under Coach Melissa McElvain for 1 year, but you also have remained friends with her. And what kind of positive coaching style would you say she uses?
You know what? I think what I love most about Coach Mack is just she loves the game. And she loves to see her players succeed. She's very positive. She's always looking for ways to help them in terms of their mindset and just believe in themselves. And I think that's what I love most about her coaching style. You know she always has your back. You know that she always has the best intentions for you, no matter where you sit in that lineup.
Emily Gussie, San Diego native, leads off for Harvard. Coach Mack's been here 14 seasons. She has the most wins in USD history. That one's down low, 1-1 the count. And in fact, her graduating class from last year racked up the most wins of any recruiting class under Coach Mack. 100 wins on the nose in 4 years, so averaging 25 a year, not bad. And then this current group of seniors is on pace to pass that. So those are obviously good foundation blocks when you're building a program. You get 2 straight senior classes with the most wins. And I think a lot of people wondered how the Toreros would respond this year, losing their 2 aces. But Von Sprecken has filled in nicely, and then also Grace Hernandez, who's finally getting some time after spot duty in her first 2 years, as that one's lined out to Tatum Schultz, 1 down.
So great to see where the program has gone from when I played, and just the support from the university has been amazing. The teams have continued to just get better, and Coach Mack and their staff are getting some great players into this program. It's really awesome to see where the program has come.
There's a lot of great softball players in California. No matter what team comes to the USD softball complex, you always know you're going to see a few Californians and most likely some Southern Californians, as Harvard has with Gussie, who just lined out. And Coach Mack has been able to get better and better athletes every year. Von Sprecken and Kaylee Hill are great examples of that. Kaylee Hill from nearby Ramona, she was recruited by Ohio State and elected to stay home and play for Coach Mack, as Kaneko takes that one, easily throws out Davis, 2 down.
Definitely don't blame her for wanting to come to, stay here in sunny San Diego.
All but 3 players on the Torero roster are from California. Kylie Crawford and Sierra Berriesa are from Oregon, and Noelle Devlin is from Arizona. The rest from the Golden State. That one's up high. Von Sprecken is giving up just 1 hit, no walks, and 1 strikeout through 4 2/3. We're knotted at 0 here in the top of the 5th. USD also has 1 hit, and it was their leadoff hitter, Sandusky. They've been shut down since. They did load the bases, but that was through walks and hit by pitch. As both teams still looking to break through and get on the scoreboard. Fouled off. 1-2, still the count for Lindsay Hagberg, the sophomore catcher. This is her 3rd start of the season, although this is her 7th game. And a limited duty, she entered the game 3 for 10. 3 for 11 now. She fouls that one off again down the third base side. And fouled off once again. Keep the count at 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on. 0-0 score here in the top of the 5th. Harvard 7-11 on the year. The Toreros 19-14 in the midst of a 4-game win streak. Nice play by Von Sprecken there. Line right back at her. Makes a small jump, gets it, and retire the side. She's really dealing right now. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Still tied at 0. You're watching USD Softball on the W.TV.
Change doesn't just happen. It's imagined, innovated, pursued, and nurtured. Some people see things as they are and ask why. We see a better world and ask, why not? We're not only preparing for the world, we're preparing to change it. The University of San Diego. We are change makers.
Welcome back. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Paige Von Sprecken will lead off, trying to help her own cause. We're still tied at 0-0. Both teams with just one hit apiece.
Von Sprecken has definitely done her job on the mound. See if she can start off this inning with a hit for the Toreros.
And USD's signature win of the year, a 5-3 win at number 16 Arizona State. Von Sprecken got the win on the mound and also hit her only home run of the year. We mentioned earlier, USD is used to playing close games, a lot of low-scoring close games. Had a handful of walk-offs already. An exciting one last week when it was 0-0 and Kaylee Hill hit a walk-off home run to center field to lead off the bottom of the seventh. Von Sprecken takes that one for a called strike, 1-1 the count. Danielle Mavridis on deck. That one's pulled, popped up. Left fielder's got to make a long run. She'll get it in foul territory. One down for the Toreros. Now we'll bring up Mavridis.
Even though USD's making contact with the ball, it's not solid contact. I'd like to see them string some oh.
And there, Mavridis, when the offense isn't going, try to get on base in different ways. Decent bunt there, but they made a nice play. 3-4 on the putout. I'll bring up Sandusky, who led off with a hit.
Number 13, Olivia Sandusky.
Last night, she led off game 2 with an inside-the-park home run. Her third career home run, second of the year. Right up the middle, and 2 hits for the Toreros and 2 hits for Sandusky. Bring up Morgan Kurtz. Sandusky stole second when she reached in the first. See if Coach Mack puts the game in motion.
The batter number 7, Morgan Kurtz.
Torero fans, Coach Mack is currently mic'd up right now, though you can't hear on this broadcast. That will be something that will be aired on the W.TV later. Behind-the-scenes look into the USD softball program will also be posted on USDToreros.com. And unlike a lot of fiery coaches, Melissa doesn't have to watch what she says. She's always positive on and off the field. Swing and a miss there. Sandusky, she gets another stolen base as the ball skips into center field. But Kurtz finds herself in an 0-2 hole right here. Trying to extend this inning to bring up their slugger, Kaylee Hill. Kurtz is 0 for 2 on the day. Takes that one outside. Lined out to shortstop, and then her second at bat struck out swinging. That one skips foul down the third baseline. She has great speed, probably the fastest player on the USD team. She's very capable of an infield single.
She's been a little bit underneath the ball today. You'd like to see her get it on the ground and use that speed.
Low and away, evens the count at 2-2. There we showed that speed right there. A slow roller to the second baseman. She beats it out. Score that a hit. Sandusky moves up to third.
That speed puts a lot of pressure on the defense to be able to field it and make a quick throw. Morgan beats that out. And that's what we were talking about, her getting the ball on the ground, making something happen.
Fouls that first one off. Kaylee Hill with 9 home runs on the year. Team leads the team in home runs, RBI, total bases, slugging percentage, on base percentage, you name it. Called strike on the outside corner. The season ended today. Her .792 slugging percentage would be the third best in Torero history, and just a freshman. Big spot here for her. Grounds to the shortstop, fields it cleanly. Throw in time as USD strands 2 more runners. Although they get a couple hits, only had 1 through the first 4 innings. We'll head to the top of 6. Score still tied at 0-0. You're watching USD softball on the W.TV. Welcome back to the USD Softball Complex. We're here in the top of the 6th. Still no score, 0-0. Today's broadcast is brought to you by proud USD sponsors, Aladdin Bail Bonds, MRC Smart Document Solutions, a Xerox company, and San Diego County Toyota dealers. Toreros finally get some hits on the board in the last inning, although unable to take advantage. Had runners on first and third with 2 outs with their slugger Kaylee Hill up, but she grounded out. Yvonne Sprecken back in the circle with a 0-0 tie. She gave up a leadoff single in the 4th inning, and that's the only blemish of the game for her. Every other batter she's retired. She has no walks and just the 1 hit as her stellar freshman campaign continues. Slow roller, Tatum Schultz takes care of it easily. 1 down on 1 pitch. Now we'll bring up center fielder Zoe Galindo. It's her second at-bat of the game. She grounded out to Chloe Kaneko at third to end the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. Thanks for joining us either on the W.TV or USDToreros.com. I'm Ben Pearson. I have Nikki Geis alongside me, former Torero shortstop. As Toreros once again in a close game. That one misses low.
It's a good pitch to a left-handed batter, although Galindo stays off.
Nice play by Mavridis. That's 2 down here in the 6th.
It's a tough play. Took an interesting bounce there at the end, but she's able to make that play. The speedy runner down first base.
Runner number 5, Maddie Kaplan.
And that will bring up the left fielder, Maddie Kaplan. She's the only Harvard player with a hit. She led off the fourth. First pitch strike. Von Sprecken retired the first 9, gave up the single to Kaplan, now has retired the next 8. USD trying to get her some runs so she can get her 14th win on the season. Fouled off. Von Sprecken has her 0-2.
As the game is wore on, she's staying down in the zone a lot more, getting her infielders some ground balls, staying ahead of the batters.
Just outside. USD playing in on the corners. Up high, 2-2. Slight breeze here at the USC softball complex, not a cloud in the sky. As USD looking for its 5th straight win. 2's on the board, 2-2 and 2 outs. Swing and a miss for the second strikeout. Von Sprecken's retired her last 9. Keeping this game scoreless. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. USD looking for some runs. You're watching USD softball on the W.TV.
So, PJ, like, what's it like? You're Irish, right?
Yeah, well, I was born in Ireland, and then I moved to California when I was 2, so I've been here ever since then.
So you can, like, never be president?
No, can never be president, unfortunately.
So now both your parents Irish?
No, my dad's from Ireland, but my mom's from Scotland, so we're kind of all over the place.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
I don't know. They're obsessed with, like, luck of the Irish kind of thing. You know, I don't really believe in that stuff, but they like to do it.
There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow?
No, nothing like that. They just like to do it before games and practices and stuff. Yeah. Thank you.
We're here in the bottom of the 6th. Laura Richardone and Paige Von Sprecken locked in the pitcher's duel. 0-0 the score. Only 4 combined hits. 1 for Harvard, 3 for USD. Cleanup hitter, senior third baseman Chloe Kaneko. The plate, she's 0 for 2. She grounded out the first and hit a line drive to center.
Lead off for San Diego, number 8, Chloe Kaneko.
USD trying to get a leadoff runner on. A good part of the order up with Kaneko, followed by Grabowski. Not a lot of speed, but Coach Mack has only used 1 pinch runner so far, so has majority of her bench available. Kaneko, nice swing, but gets under it a bit. And Maddie Kaplan will take care of that. 1 down for USD. Now we'll bring up Grabowski, had leadoff walk in the 2nd, grounded out to the second baseman in the 4th. Nice shot right over the second baseman's hand. Although nice play by the right fielder to keep it in front. Single for Mary Grabowski.
Good solid hit from Mary right there. She went where the pitch was. Took it to opposite field. See if the Toreros can string together a few hits here. As much as they might like the flair for the dramatic, I don't know if Coach Mack is on that same bandwagon.
First pitch strike. This has been a spot where Coach Mack has pinch run for Grabowski in the past, but here she'll keep her in. Might wait till see if she can get to second base before burning a sub. Rooney is 0 for 2. That one's popped straight back. Now she's in a hole, 0-2. Outside, ball 1, 1-2 the count. The lefty Tatum Schultz is on deck. Up high, and she fouls that one back. Protecting the plate with 2 strikes. Still knotted at 0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Shows patience on that one. Fouls it off. Toreros will play the Columbia Lions about 30 minutes after conclusion of this one. Game will also be streamed live on USDToreros.com or the W.TV. That one just outside. Good eye by Rooney. 2-2 the count. Just under that one, center fielder's going to be able to come in and make a play there. Galindo does. 2 outs for the Toreros. I'll bring up Tatum Schultz. She was hit by a pitch in her first at-bat, then flew out to center.
Number 2, Tatum Schultz.
Entered the game with a .217 average. High strike called. Pitcher Von Sprecken waiting on deck. Now down the left field line. Kaplan takes care of it. And the side is retired for USD. We still have no score. Don't go anywhere. We're going to the 7th. You're watching USD softball on the W.TV. Welcome back to the USD Softball Complex. We're here in the top of the 7-0-0 tied. Von Sprecken has retired 18 of the 19 batters she has faced. Right now, retired 9 in a row. And it was about 11, 12 days ago. USD was in the same spot, 0-0 against Bryant. And Kaylee Hill hit a line drive, walk-off home run to center field to give USD the 1-0 lead. Let's see if Von Sprecken can hold Harvard scoreless and give USD a chance for another walk-off in the bottom of the inning. Gianna Ponarello will lead off, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2. Much like the rest of the Harvard team. Kaplan with the only hit. Slow roll to Tatum. She takes care of it easily. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Bring up a number 3 hitter, Catherine Calloway, designated player for Harvard today.
Number 2, Catherine Calloway.
Entered the game with a .271 average, couple doubles, home run, 6 RBI. Change up, misses low. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Due up for the Toreros will be 8-9-1. Von Sprecken, Mavridis, and then Sandusky. 2-1 the count for Callaway. The ball gets loose in center field. Back to action, 1 out, 2-1 count, no one on. 0-0 tie, top of the 7th. It's past Kaneko. Mavridis can't make the diving stop, as Harvard will have their second hit of the game. And Coach Jenny Allard is going to bring in a pinch runner. That is number 8, Dallas Hogan.
Running at first base for Harvard, number 8, Dallas Hogan. Brings with the batter, number 1, Jillian Leslie.
Hogan's the pinch runner at first has appeared in 14 games, although no starts. 5 stolen bases on the year, which is tied for the team lead. So Grabowski's going to have to keep an eye on her there. Cleanup hitter up for Harvard, Jillian Leslie, sophomore third baseman. That one's low, 2-0 the count. Grabowski's going to call time. Let's go have a few words with Von Sprecken, her freshman ace. Hogan's on first after pinch running for Callaway, who had a single through the left side of the infield. Two-0 count, 1 out, runner on first. Jumps all over that one, although Sandusky's there, able to get the out, almost getting the double play at first, but Hogan's able to scramble back and get there in time. So 2 down for Harvard. They'll bring up the senior shortstop, Emily Gussie, the San Diego native. Sure she has some friends and family in attendance here today. From Scripps Ranch. With 2 outs, we're surprised to see Hogan running here. Not on the first pitch as that misses low and inside, ball 1. she goes. Grabowski from her knees. Mavridis with the tag, just too late. Stolen base for Hogan. A 1-1 count.
That kind of speed on second, all Gussie would need was a base hit through the middle.
Fouled back. USD has left 7 on base. Harvard just the 1. As Nikki said, Harvard has a chance here to take the lead. But Von Sprecken up in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Go ahead run on second base. The number 5 hitter, Gussie, up for Harvard. Outside, evens count at 2-2.
Even though she misses there, I like that she kept the ball down. You want to give your defense a chance to make a play.
In front of it, Mavridis going back. She takes care of it. And that ends the inning for Harvard. Toreros trying to rally, get a walk-off win. It's still 0-0. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. You're watching USD Softball on the W.TV.
The number 1 team in the country is the king of the West Coast Conference.
It's been a fun start to our season, and I'm happy with where we're at right now.
The W.TV, the energy of the West Coast Conference on your browser, smartphone, and tablet. All the action, anytime, anywhere.
Harvard pitcher Laura Ricciardone giving up 4 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts in 6 innings. The USD pitcher Paige Von Sprecken will lead off for the Toreros. She's 0 for 2. Certainly one of the Toreros with some pop in her bat.
Leading off for San Diego, number 20, Paige Von Sprecken.
Takes the first one outside, ball 1. Mavridis waiting on deck. Got just under that one, skied it to left center. Kaplan will take care of it, 1 down for the Toreros. Mavridis was hit by a pitch in her first at-bat. Grounded out to first. In her second, takes the first pitch for a called strike. USD once again in a close, low-scoring game. Low, 2-1. Next 3 Torero batters all have lots of speed. You can just get some runners on. Never just fouls that one back, 2-2. To center. But Galindo's under that one, 2 down. And it's going to have to be Sandusky, who is really the only Torero with success on offense today. She's 2 for 3 with a couple singles. Both times she's reached, she has stolen second.
Number 13, Olivia Sandusky.
One on the inside corner. Fouled off. Down 0-2. Outside, good eye by Sandusky. Senior captain Morgan Kurtz is on deck. Got a piece of it to stay alive. Sandusky, a sophomore out of Orange County. Her freshman year led USD in batting average. She's named the Torero Rookie of the Year for all female sports. And taps that the second. She has good speed, but unable to beat it out. And we are going to extra innings. Knuckle winnery, folks. We're going to the 8th. Not at 0-0. You're watching USD softball on the W.TV. And welcome back to USD Softball Complex. We are in the top of the 8th, extra innings, and I hope you like pitching. Both teams with no runs, only 6 hits combined, 4 for the Toreros, 2 for Harvard. Leading off for them will be the right fielder, Haley Davis. Von Sprecken still in the game, giving up just 2 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. She continues to lower her stellar ERA. She entered the game, though, sitting at 1.89. With opponents hitting just 217 against her, both those numbers will improve. This first pitch misses up high. But despite her great performance on the day, Harvard obviously still right in this game. We're tied in extra innings. You softball fans know it just takes a walk, a sacrifice, and a single to get a run. So USD needs to stay sharp on defense. Both teams playing well in the field today, no errors. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Pops that one up in the right center. It will be the center fielder, Olivia Sandusky, that takes care of that one. 1 down for Harvard. So here comes Lindsay Hagberg. Actually, now we're going to have a pinch hitter. It'll be Alexa Altchek, the freshman.
Your attention, please, for Harvard pinch hitting. Number 18, Alexa Alchek.
Alchek in limited at bats is 5 for 7, a 625 average. Excuse me, 5 for 8. Also has drawn 4 walks. That one's in there for strike 1.
Each coach is going to do whatever it takes right now to just squeeze one across.
Up high. Alchek holds. 1-1 the count. Around the second base. Schultz handles it. Sidearms over the first. 2 down. Coming up for USD in the bottom of the 8th will be 2, 3, 4. Kaylee Hill due up second. Number 8 hitter for Harvard, Adrian Hume, senior first baseman. She struggled early on in the season, hitting just 100 entering the game. 3 for 30. Right to Mavridis. She scoops it, tosses across in time. Von Sprecken is wheeling and dealing. Can USD get him some runs? We have their big power hitter, Kayla Hill, due up second in the bottom of the 8th. Don't go anywhere. You're watching USD softball on the W.TV.
Donna, step out. Hey. Make it a great day.
Welcome back. We're in the bottom 8th. Extra innings, no score here, 0-0. Senior captain Morgan Kurtz will lead off. Arguably the fastest player on the USD team, so if she can get on base, she's a threat to score from anywhere, especially with Kaylee Hill coming up next.
It's a great combination to start off this inning. A little speed, a little power. See what the Toreros can do. Pull off another dramatic win.
Morgan's 1 for 3. Swings through the first pitch. Right at her season average of 333. Shows bunt there, fouls it back. Now in a 0-2 hole.
I see Morgan stay in there, make sure that front shoulder doesn't fly out. Go straight back at the pitcher here.
Low, 1-2. Hill on deck, then Kaneko and Grabowski. So the heart of the order coming up for USD. They've left 7 on base, 4 hits. That one slapped foul.
If you're the Toreros, you want to do it right here with the heart of your lineup up. You don't want to continue to give Harvard another chance.
That one also going the left, drifting back, caught right at the line, 1 down. I'll bring up Hill, she's 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts.
Number 21, Kaylee Hill.
It was 2 Tuesdays ago in the bottom of the 7th in a 0-0 game. She had a line drive home run the center. She was going for it there. Swings through it, though.
There's one batter on this Torero team that can end this game with a swing. It's her. See what she can do here.
Kaylee has 9 of USD's 16 home runs, although the majority of those coming on the road. That one right down the line. Home plate umpire Jeffrey Samuel is going to call it foul. No complaints from Hill or Coach Mack. The count will remain at 1-2. Up high. On top of leading team in home runs, Hill is first on the team in walks with 16. Good eye there, outside, full count. If she does reach base, Coach Mack still has pretty much her whole bench available to pinch run. Got some speedsters in McNutt, Sarah Stone. That one skied high to the shortstop. She gets under it, and she'll take care of it. 2 down. Bring up the cleanup hitter, Chloe Kaneko. 0 for 3 on the day.
Seen a lot of batters pop the ball up today from both teams. Both pitchers doing a good job of having batters get underneath their pitches.
Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Change up in there for a strike, 1-1. Slow roller to second. Kaneko can't beat it out. And we're going to the 9th. Still tied at 0-0. You're watching USD Softball on the W.TV. Welcome back. We're here in the top of the ninth, still knotted at 0-0. Maverick's errant throw there. Would have been a close play, but she commits the error.
Harvard in business with their leadoff batter on.
Number 5, Maddie Kaplan.
Tries to sacrifice her over, fouls that one back. Owen won the count. Squares again. This one also going foul. So good job by Von Sprecken. Throws some tough pitches to bunt. Outside, 1-2.
It's going to be key for the defense here to get that lead runner. Keep Harvard out of scoring position.
Up high, 2-2. Just inside. Full count. Von Sprecken certainly doesn't want to put another runner on here. So Kaplan, who has one of Harvard's 2 hits. Full count here. Good pitch. Line right back to her. Double play. How about that by the freshman Von Sprecken? We'll bring up Panarello. Nice reaction there by Von Sprecken.
She's been great at fielding her position all day. That was key right there for her in the top of the ninth.
One thing to make the catch, but then also to realize she had time to make a good throw.
And you see a lot of pitchers struggle with that too. See pitchers have errant throws to first base, but she was calm, cool, and collected. Made that happen.
Both USD's pitchers, Von Sprecken and Hernandez, really good in the field. Right to Schultz. And able to get out of it. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. Still 0-0. Don't go anywhere. You're watching USD Softball on the W.TV.
We give back as much as we receive to our teammates, our coaches, to our fans, and to our sports, to our teachers, our schools, and our communities. Giving back, it isn't just something we do, it's who we are.
Welcome back to the USD Softball Complex. Still tied 0-0. Mary Grabowski leading off.
Leading off for San Diego, number 19, Mary Grabowski.
Mary has one of USD's 4 hits. She's 1 for 2 with a walk. First pitch swinging there down the left field line and caught just in foul territory. So 1 pitch, 1 down for USD.
Trail hitters need to make an adjustment here. They need to start getting a little bit more on top of this ball. Make the defense work a little more.
She tried to check it, but fouled it off. 0-1. Low. This is USD's 4th extra inning game on the season. They are 1-2 in those games. Up high. This ties the Toreros' longest game as Rooney grounds to second, and that will be an error. Let's see if they can take advantage. Coach Mack's going to bring in a pinch runner for Rooney. It'll be the freshman Hannah Gilliland. So Gilliland at first, Tatum Schultz up.
Number 14, Hannah Gilliland.
So this is USD's 4th extra inning game. They lost in 9 innings to New Mexico 6-4. They beat Michigan State 3-2 in 8 and lost to Riverside 7-6 in 8 innings. Although all of those were under the international tiebreak rule. Up high.
See if Coach Mack elects to let Schultz hit here or have her put one down.
Gilliland is 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts this year. Schultz is 0 for 2. She was hit by a pitch. That's high and away. 2-2 the count. The pitcher, Von Sprecken, waiting on deck. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Schultz retired. Von Sprecken also 0 for 3. We'll see if Coach Mack sends Gilliland here now that there's 2 outs. She goes, swinging and fouled behind the third base dugout. Gilliland had a good jump on that one. She's going again. This one's getting through the right side. Sharply hit. Gilliland's turning the corner. She's going for third. Throws in, and it's late. Nice base running there by Gilliland. And now the winning run sits at third base. Nice hit by Von Sprecken. Nice base running by Gilliland. not exactly sure what happened, but the umpire is ruling inning over. As soon as we figure it out, we will let you know. Coach Mack is trying to get the answer. Nonetheless, that will end the inning, and we'll go to the 10th. You're watching USD Softball on the W.TV.
San Diego, we're going to re-enter 6, please.
All right, fans, welcome back to the USD Softball Complex. So the play that ended the bottom of the 9th inning, Hannah Gilliland was called for leaving early at first base. So she is out. Doesn't matter what Paige did. She's out as if it was caught stealing. So Paige Von Sprecken will lead off the bottom of the 10th. But a tough break for the Toreros, who had the winning run on third base with Danielle Maverick to set the bat. Let's see how USD can respond to that.
Leading off for Harvard, number 2, Catherine Calloway.
But nonetheless, we play on. We're in the top of the 10th, still 0-0. 2 hits for Harvard, 5 for USD. Von Sprecken still on the mound, still wheeling and dealing. 9 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, and still no walks and 2 strikeouts. Rooney, who was pinch run for by Gilliland, is back in the game at first. And we have begun the international tiebreaker rule. The runner will start on second. She steals third.
Coach Mack out to talk to the team just like that after a promising, looked to be a promising bottom of the 9th. Now Harvard, a runner on third, no outs.
So the runner on second was kind of caught in no man's land. Grabowski fired it down the second. The runner was able to advance to third.
Got to have the infield in here. Got to cut off this run.
All right, down the middle, 1-1. Catherine Calloway, the batter, 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss, 2-2. just foul down the first base line. And somewhat of a break for the Toreros. They would have got the out, but that would have been tough to stop the run from scoring. So still 2-2. That's hit to left. Kurt's coming in. They're going to tag up. No, they'll fake it. And a nice play by Kurt. Strong throw and a smart coaching decision by Harvard not to send him. So one down. Go ahead, run at third still.
It's a great job by Morgan to get behind that ball to set herself up to make a great throw.
So the cleanup hitter, Leslie, is up. Grounded to second. They hold her. And 2 down. We've seen Von Sprecken all year been able to get out of jams. First pitch swinging, grounded the first, and they get out of the jam.
Wow, great job by the Toreros to get out of that tough spot.
So don't go anywhere. We're going to the bottom of the 10th. USD will start with the runner on second base. You're watching Torero Softball on the W.TV.
Who's my next appointment with?
It's with President Lyons.
What's it about?
It's about baseball.
International tiebreaker runner on second base will be number 2, Tatum Schultz. Lead off for San Diego, number 20, Paige Von Sprecken.
Welcome back, fans, to the bottom of the 10th. International tiebreaker rule in effect, so the last batter is placed at second. That is Schultz. Remember, Paige Von Sprecken, who's up now. Her at-bat didn't count because the runner left early. She turns the bunt. Nice bunt. There you go. Sacrifice the run of the third. And just 1 down. So Von Sprecken gets the job done after what she thought was a hard hit single to right in her last at-bat. And now Danielle Mavridis has a chance to be the hero. First pitch barely misses. Sandusky is on deck. They here with just 1 out, the opportunity to score on a sac fly. Mavridis is 0 for 2, pops that one straight up. That's playable. And the catcher bobbles it. That goes into the scorebook as an error.
Mavridis gets another shot at it. Let's see what she can do.
Pops that one up. I don't think it's going to be deep enough. And she drops it. Another error. And USD wins on a walk-off error. The shortstop was right under it, couldn't make the catch. 2 drop balls in a row, and USD will take it. They win 1-0 on a walk-off error. And that's the second time this year the Toreros have won on a walk-off error. They've also won on a walk-off wild pitch. But at the end of the day, that is the Toreros' 20th win on the season, their 5th win in a row. As they win 1-0. Another shutout. Paige Von Sprecken, she was spectacular tonight. 10 innings pitched, 2 hits, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. And that's going to do it for us here at the USD Softball Complex. A thrilling and strange 1-0 win for USD. Fans, make sure you stick around. USD is going to take on the Columbia Lions in approximately 30 minutes. You will have to enter a new stream for that either on the W.TV or USDToreros.com, however you are watching. But make sure you tune in for that. In approximately 30 minutes, USD taking on Columbia. For Ben Pearson and Nikki Guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.
Josh said that he bought pizza. There's 2 slices for each.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. You'll be sitting right here next to me. But
Someone can have my slices because I can't eat pizza. They have cheese.
Pete, will you kind of help me run some box scores and
give me 2 seconds. Let me
our lineups?
I'm gonna step out.
We got some time.
Okay.
So I'll be back.
Okay.
5-10 minutes.
Okay. So, there's not going to be any graphics?
That's what it sounds like.
That's out? Okay.
That's what I've been told. I guess whatever they're using to connect. Or I think because the computer that the graphics are on does not have internet, they're having some sort of communication. They weren't able to connect to it. Okay. So. As far as from everything I've heard, it looked great though. It sounded good.
So we're not using the camera behind there either.
I think they are.
I wasn't really watching too much. Every time I looked, it looked like it was the.
I think they were switching back and forth.
Okay.
I mean, there are at least 2 cameras in use.
Okay.
So, yeah. Is this one still going to start at 2, you think, or be a little later?
Yeah, it'll be a little later.
Okay. I'll let Cody know.
Yeah, it's at 2:10, 2:15.
Okay. I'll let him know. Perfect.
It's Columbia for you.
All right. Can you send me updated stats?
Yeah.
Give me a minute here.
How's that? Is that good enough room for you, or?
Yeah, that's perfect. How'd the first game go?
I mean,
Pretty long.
0-0, 10 inning game, or 1-0.